So I'm here this morning at the Fairmont in Monaco, outside Bugatti. So this is one of the most glamorous, luxurious Bugatti showrooms in the world, I suppose, on the famous Monaco hairpin. And there's a Bugatti Chiron in the showroom, which is something you might expect. But I've had a closer look at it, and there's a few things I want to tell you about this Chiron. Get into why I think this is not a real Bugatti Chiron. Go through a few things I've noticed and have a look around the car. So one of the first issues is at this Bugatti showroom, so not like a disreputable establishment, is they won't let you inside to have a closer look at it. And that might be because they don't want people touching it or something, or maybe it's because they know that more keen-eyed car fans and maybe potential customers might start to notice things wrong with the car. So what was the first thing that drew my attention? Obviously, when I first realised this was here, I was like, wow, Chiron, that's quite cool. But then I noticed the carbon on the sides, on the diffuser, all the way along to the front. I thought, that's interesting, satin carbon on a Chiron. That's quite cool. I do like satin carbon, but this is particularly satin, this carbon, almost to the extent that it's not real carbon at all. And if you look closely, and I'll show you around the other side, it's a carbon wrap, the sort of thing you might buy in rolls off eBay to put on your own car, convince yourself it made it better, when in reality it makes it look rubbish. So that's very strange to have in a Bugatti showroom. So we've now come inside the Fairmont, and they've got quite a unique setup here. You can actually come around the other side of the Bugatti showroom and have a closer look at the car, which in this instance works against the car because it allows you a minute to notice all things wrong with it. So first up, we'll have a closer look at that carbon wrap. You can see, for one, it's just too matte. And then if we look along here, there's joins where it's been wrapped. Goes all the way around the front. There's another joint at the front, I don't know if you'll be able to notice it. And if you come around the back, actually you can see there's a crease there in the wrap. So at the back, on the diffuser, the wrap is actually torn in places, all the way underneath there. And then there's a big seam in the middle underneath the number plate, which obviously, if it was real carbon, wouldn't happen. So something else you might have noticed while I was showing you the front and the carbon is these vents here, and also on the horseshoe grille, are fake, they're filled in. If it was a real car, you'd be able to see through to a radiator. Instead, they're just blocked up, which obviously 1500 horsepower needs a lot of cooling. Blocked up radiator cannot be a real car. So that was another giveaway for me. Nice chrome wheels. Big brake discs. This all looks good here. Nothing particularly I noticed wrong with that. Another place where I noticed the filled in vents. Here along the side, behind the doors. Really quite obvious there. And then another massive giveaway. The Chiron, the car that will be able to do close to 300 miles an hour at one point. So obviously the undercarriage is a smooth carbon piece for the best aero, but if you look into this car, it is not at all. It's an exposed metal framework. So on a Chiron, that would be flat carbon all the way along to the diffuser. Looking directly into the wheel here, and just there you can see light through to the other side, out the other side of the other wheel. And now obviously in a normal Chiron there'll be an engine there, you wouldn't be able to see through. But this one does not have an engine because it's not a real Chiron. It's a full-size display model, which I'm guessing has been used 2 or 3 years ago for the press shots and things. Probably why it has satin carbon, because that probably comes out differently in photos. So it's something that I find strange that they would then put on display in a Bugatti showroom where people would notice things weren't right about the car. Actually dirty there. Another small detail is that these tail lights aren't right. On a real Chiron, there would be an EB logo there. And also they look a bit plastic, a bit rubbish. Obviously the Chiron is an epic looking car, and this looks like a Chiron, so in turn looks epic. But it's hard not to notice the small details that are wrong with it. Which maybe in a museum where it was presented as a design model, full-size model, will be okay. It's cool, it's interesting, it's different. But to have it on display just off one of the most famous F1 circuits in the world in a Bugatti showroom, well, that says to me is they probably don't have anything else to show us, which is a shame, because I do love the Chiron. It shows a lot of other details that you might notice on this car if we could get a better look at the interior. For instance, that rear view mirror looks a bit fake. Another detail I've noticed, that I can't quite see from here, is the dashboard isn't an actual display. They're like cardboard cutouts of a dashboard and what it would read. For instance, the time says 10:30 all the time. So it's a fake dash for a fake car. If this was real carbon on a Bugatti Chiron, the weave here would all be straight, it wouldn't curve around the mirror. They go to the trouble to make sure that it's all level, even when going around a corner. But as you can see, they haven't done that here. That's the fake Chiron in Monaco. Let me know what you think. Would you have fallen for it? It would still be awesome to have in your living room or on your driveway just to trick your neighbours. But it is missing a crucial element, which is the 1500 horsepower quad turbocharged W16. Still fascinating to see.